Your videos don't need to look cinematic. Recently, I made a video called Why Movies Don't Look Like Movies Anymore. And in this video, I talk a lot about cinematography, the lenses, the lighting, the camera movement, all of these visual components that give a movie its look, its visual feel, the style visually. And I want to explore the definition of cinematic, because cinematic is vague. A lot of you pointed out in the comments that cinematic doesn't really mean anything, and I actually agree with that. It's shorthand, it's a term we use to kind of shortcut our way to the patterns, to the things that are common across movies and cinema, but there is no true definition. It's just kind of things that all feel a certain way, but this encompasses a wide range of styles. There is no definition of what cinematic even means, but you will hear people talk about it. I talk about it. Other creators talk about it being cinematic, evoking the feeling of cinema. Honestly, truthfully, at the end of the day, it's mostly about actors and the budget you have, really. Because if you can see something that looks expensive, it immediately feels cinematic. And especially if you see an actor you recognize, someone famous, that also puts you over that cinematic edge pretty quickly. But it's a lot of other things too. The depth of field, the lighting, the dynamic range, all of it plays a part, but there is no true definition. And the truth is, a lot of stuff these days could qualify as cinema or being cinematic because everything is so good now. The mirrorless cameras, the cheap consumer level ones you can buy at Best Buy or Walmart are really good and are actually cinematic, in fact, if you use them properly. Cheap cameras, cheap lights, everything is affordable. It's all attainable. It's not expensive like it used to be. Hollywood budgets were big for a reason. Lights, cameras, all the film equipment, it was expensive. Not anymore. Now you can get a smartphone that you probably have already that can shoot cinematic footage for you. So because it's become so common, this idea that everything is cinematic, you're starting to see some pushback. People saying, well, maybe I don't like that as much. Maybe I don't want it to be cinematic. Because a lot of the time, it ends up looking like a commercial. It almost looks too good. And you'll hear a lot of people say this, well, no, I don't want to shoot with that camera. I don't want to use that lighting because it looks too good. It looks fake. It looks artificial. It's not real anymore. And when it comes to social media and content creation, user-generated content often performs better. The stuff that looks more real and authentic and genuine. It was shot on an iPhone at a strange angle with poor lighting and the white balance and the exposure isn't quite right. When that stuff is kind of off, when it's not dialed in, a lot of times the content performs better than the stuff that is so picture perfect and polished like a cinematographer would make. Let's not forget that generative AI is also a big part of the picture nowadays. And this is kind of the cheat code for getting really low cost, high quality visuals. Cinematic shots that would otherwise be too expensive, too ridiculous to make as an independent creator. You can look at stuff like Higgsfield AI, which has gotten a lot of attention recently for making really impressive visuals. You've also got Seedance 2. So many of these AI models can make cinematic visuals with Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt or whoever you want in there. The lighting is perfect, the texture, the resolution, the detail, the color grading, it all looks cinematic, and it all came from a computer with generative AI. So you can just type in a prompt into Higgsfield and boom, it will spit out the best looking cinematic images you've ever seen. You can even pick the camera and the lenses and you can really dial in the look with the AI. It's kind of silly how ridiculous you can get with it. But you know it and I know it, we all know it. Story is always king. It's always about that substance over the style. What is the core content? What is the story? What is being communicated? It doesn't really matter what it looks like. It's about that substance, what's at the core. Those aesthetics are just a bonus. If it looks nice, yeah, I might want to look at it, but it can't mask a bad story. It can't mask bad information or something that's boring and dull. A pretty picture only gets you so far, and making it ugly can actually be an intentional choice in order to get it to perform better, especially if it's social media and it's based on the algorithm and performance. So because of all these reasons, you'll see a lot of people saying you shouldn't chase the cinematic look. You should actually make it look worse. You don't want to be competing with AI. Cinematic creators are a dime a dozen. You got to be real. You got to be authentic. You got to be genuine. You got to focus on the story. Make it look ugly on purpose. And yet, quality always gets noticed. Real things are hard to replicate, and user-generated content is often a race to the bottom. So let's talk about quality. Let's not talk about cinematic. Just, does it look good? Does it sound good? Is it nice to look at? In a world where anyone can do this with their cheap consumer camera, their smartphone, or their AI model, it creates a situation where anyone can make something of visual quality. But that leads to a situation where if everyone is special, no one is. It doesn't really stand out because it isn't anything special. You have to add unique value and be one of a kind and do what no one else can. For me, that comes down to making something that you're actually proud of, because I think it's very rare that anyone would be proud of the AI work that they did. They didn't do the work, the AI did the work. And oftentimes, if you shoot something sloppily on your iPhone and you show it to someone else, they're not really going to be impressed with the visuals. Maybe they might think it's funny, depending on what it is, if it's a silly meme or something like that, if it's a joke. But I often want to make things that look good, that sound good, that I'm proud of, and that I can show to someone else, and it showcases my true potential, what I'm actually capable of. An image, a clip, something where someone looks at it and goes, wow, like you made that? That's really good. That's really impressive. Because at the end of the day, making content, making visuals, telling stories, this is all an investment in yourself, in your own portfolio. So I think it is worthwhile making good, strong investments, making something of a significant quality. But hey, you do you. If you like user-generated content, you should shoot on an iPhone or a smartphone. Make it look real and organic and authentic. But if you like cinematic visuals, go overboard. Set up all your lights and softboxes and make it perfectly diffused, and have a fog machine or a hazer to give it that extra je ne sais quoi. If you like 90s camcorders, which is the new popular trend, just do it. You do you. Embrace whatever style or visual language you like to speak. Because here's the main point of all of this. There is room for it all. There's room for fast food, junk food, but there's also room for Michelin star restaurants and everything in between. Those mom and pop shops, the chain restaurant, the diner on the corner, all of it has a place, because different days people have different appetites. Sometimes you want to go out and have a fancy meal, and other times you just want to hit the drive-thru. The same is true for content. There's a time and a place for user-generated content, and there's a time for commercials and advertisements. The Super Bowl especially has some of the most high-profile commercials that people actually tune into a sporting event just to watch the commercials in some cases. There is room for all of it. So if you find your unique style, I promise you, you can find a way to break out. But the worst thing you can do is copy someone else, just trying to replicate what someone else is doing, because if that doesn't speak to you, it's not going to speak to anyone else. And at the end of the day, you want something that you're actually proud of, that you invested in yourself, that you made something you wanted to see. I think that is the most important part. It doesn't have to look cinematic, but it can look cinematic if that's what you're into. There is no right or wrong approach. It all comes down to who's making it and how they want to tell their story.